Today's lesson is on how to draw stick figures. We start with a circle and a line, and then we add 2 straight lines for the arms and 2 straight lines for the legs. And then we do a little smiley face. Well, so this is pretty easy. So in fact, let's just move right along to advanced stick figures. So when we talk about stick figures, we're talking about these little two-dimensional people that have no volume to them. They're just lines. When we're talking about advanced stick figures, we're going to give them a little bit of volume and we're going to make them a little more realistic. So when we draw people, we start with the head. This is not a very realistic head because it's a circle. So using your light sketchy lines, I'd like for you to draw an oval. Connected to the oval, we've got a neck. Now, you need to think about your neck before you add it. This is my what not to do paper. If you've got a head, you don't want a neck that is too wide. It'll look like a football player, and you don't want a neck that is too narrow because it'll look like a lollipop. So we want to put it kind of in the middle. And the neck just goes right into the shoulder. We need to make the shoulder wider than the head. And it just sort of gently goes down into the arms. Now, you don't want your shoulders to look like this, and you don't want them to be too narrow. That's what not to do. We can just keep bringing that down. Eventually, we're going to get to the hands. But before we do that, we need to draw what is quite possibly the easiest part of the body to draw. And I bet you've never really thought about it before, but the easiest part of the body to draw is the armpit, because it's just one line. You got to leave a little space there for the meat and bones of your shoulder and the meat and bones of your arm over here. But you can put a second one there. And your armpit goes all the way down and connects to the feet. So now that we have arms, we need to figure out where the belly button is. So I want you to kind of measure your head. 1, 2. That's where we're going to put the belly button. And then I want you to measure below the belly button, and that's where I want you to start the legs. And that's another easy one because it's just a line. Now the hands need to go about down to where the legs are. Now remember, we can draw mitten hands. Now, not many people wear their pants up at their belly button. Most people wear their pants below their belly button. So we're going to draw a line here. And let's erase that belly button. We can draw a simple collar on the shirt. Now let's talk about feet. we can draw the bottom of the pants. A lot of people draw the feet incorrectly. Let's say this is the bottom of your pants that we just drew. I see a lot of people doing this to draw feet. And that is not very realistic because most people don't walk like that and they don't stand like that. It would hurt your legs if you did. When you're looking at someone, you can only see the front of their feet. So we're going to draw the top of the shoes. And then we'll draw the sides of the shoes. And then the bottom. So that's the shape, the simple shape for shoes. So here we've got a person. It's not a boy or a girl, it's just a person. In the details, we can change it to make it look more realistic or make it look like a male or a female. So the first thing we can do is maybe add another little part of the collar up there. T-shirts usually have a double seam. If this is a t-shirt, we'll make it short sleeves. Now here is something that you can do that will really impress people and really make your drawing look good. Right now, it looks like the shirt and the arm are the exact same and we've just got a line drawn across it. What I want you to do is erase this line of the arm, just about that much. Leave this and bring it in a little bit. That makes the t-shirt look like it comes off the body a little bit. That's something people are going to be really impressed by. All right. So you can have your person wearing long pants, or they can be wearing shorts. If you wanted to do shorts, you would just cut them off. And you do the same thing to the leg that you did to the arm. Erase that line and redraw it, but this time I want you to draw it in here a little bit. We can put a face on our person, but we don't want to do a smiley face or an unrealistic face. I want you to very lightly draw a line down the center and then a line across the middle. That's how you know where to put the eyes. Remember, eyes aren't circles, they're ellipses. And then about halfway down is where we put the bottom of the nose. The bottom of the nose starts like a little curved up line. And then put another line on, a little curved line on each side for the nostrils. So it looks like this. Here's your nose, and then here's your nostril. So we don't want to draw the lines going up because we don't have lines on the side of our face. And then about halfway again is where the mouth is. And just do small little lips. We don't want big cartoon lips. And when we draw the hair, we don't want to draw it just off the side of the head. We make it start here. So if this person had long hair, it might come down like that. And we just erase the headline. You can erase your guidelines in the middle here too. If you had short hair, make it come around. We can add an ear. Now, if you need to take more time with this, you can pause the video and keep drawing. See how I use my eraser almost as much as I use the pencil lead? We can put in our eyes. You can do eyebrows, do them very lightly. And you can keep on refining your person. So that they look a little more realistic, a little more realistic. Oh, I don't like that. I don't think they're long enough. There we go. All right, so now you have a person. And it wasn't that much harder to draw than this. We just made it look a little bit more realistic.